Hello learners, good morning. Hope you are okay. I am also okay. Learners, today I am going to conduct a class on English first paper for class 9 and 10 based on synthesis. So get ready with your book, pen and notebook and pay attention. Welcome to my online class. This is my identity. I am Manik Chandra Mazumdar, Senior Teacher, Gazirhat High School, Shenbag, Noakhali. Learners, there is a flag. Which country of South Asia belongs this flag? Yes, the Maldives. Thank you, learners. Can you guess about our today's topic? Yes, our today's topic is the Maldives, Unit 6, Lesson 3, Page 80, Learning Outcomes. After we have studied this lesson, we will be able to ask and answer questions, read, comprehend, and summarize text, write description of a place of interest. Let's see the location of the Maldives in the map of South Asia. Learners, here is a map of South Asia. You can see the countries of South Asia, but the Maldives, among the countries of South Asia, the size and shape of Maldives are not visible and it is separated from other countries and lies in the Indian Ocean. Learners, have you ever visited any island or seen any island on TV? Perhaps you may reply yes or no, you have visited or not. But I think you have seen many islands on TV. Have you ever heard of a coral island? Yes, you have. Is there any coral island in Bangladesh? Yes, there is a coral island in Bangladesh named Saint Martin. What do you know about the Maldives? Maldives is an island country, lies in Indian Ocean, and it is situated in South Asia. Before reading the passage, we will learn the meaning of some uncommon word. Learners, at first I will show you a word, then a picture, later I will show you a sentence. I think the picture and the sentence will help you to guess its meaning. So let's start. Resort. See the picture. Can you guess? Now see the sentence. There are some luxurious resorts in the Maldives. Meaning, picnic spot or a place that is frequented for holidays or vacation. Settler. See the picture. Now see the sentence. The earliest settlers of the Maldives came from southern India and Sri Lanka. Now see the meaning. Dealers, inhabitants, atoll. See the picture. Now see the sentence. The Maldives Islands are clustered into 26 atolls. Meaning, a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced coral islands. Clustered. See the picture. Now see the sentence. The Maldives Islands are clustered into 26 atolls, meaning to form a close group. Coral. Now see the fixer. Can you guess? Now see the sentence. There is a coral island in Bangladesh named Saint Martin, meaning a stony substance like rock formed in the sea by groups. Convert. See the picture. Very familiar picture to you. See the sentence. To fulfill his ambition, Michael Madhusudan converted himself into Christianity. Meaning, Saint altar. Now we will read the passage. Learners, I am reading the passage. You should follow me. The Republic of Maldives is an island country in the Indian Ocean. It has 1,199 islands that are clustered into 26 major atolls. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced coral islands. The natural coral reefs of the Maldives are surrounded by the sea all around and stand out as a pearl in the Indian Ocean. The Maldives is the eighth smallest country in the world with an area of only 300 square kilometers. It is the smallest Asian country in terms of population and size. Learners, from this para, we get some information that the Republic of Maldives lies in Indian Ocean, consists of 1,199 islands and clustered into 26 major atolls. In fact, Maldives is the eighth smallest country in the world, an area of 300 square kilometers. It is the smallest Asian country in terms of population and size. People have been living on the island of the Maldives for nearly 3,000 years. They set sail from different parts of world, Asia, Arabia, Europe, and America, to come to these islands. The earliest settlers of the Maldives are probably from southern India and Sri Lanka, who came to these islands in the 4th and 5th centuries BC. In the 12th centuries AD, sailors from East Africa and Arab countries came to Maldives. As a result, the Maldivians, who were originally Buddhist, were converted to Sunni Islam in the mid 12th century. In 1344, Ibn Battuta, a famous Arab historian and scholar, traveled around the Maldives. From this para, we get information that people have been living Maldives nearly 3,000 years. They came from different parts of the world, Asia, Arabia, Europe, and America. The earliest settlers came to Maldives in 4th and 5th centuries from southern India and Sri Lanka. In 12th centuries, sailors from East Africa and Arab countries came to Maldives. As a result, the Maldivians, who were originally Buddhist, converted into Sunni Muslim. In 16th centuries, the Portuguese conquered the Maldives and ruled the country for 15 years. Although governed as an independent Islamic sultanate for most of the history from 1153 to 1968, the Maldives was a British colony from 1887 to 1965. Following independence from Britain in 1965, the Sultanate continued to operate for another 3 years. On November 11, 1968, the Sultanate was abolished and replaced by a republic, and the country assumed its present name. The Portuguese conquered Maldives and ruled 15 years. It was governed as an independent Islamic Sultanate from 1153 to 1968. Later, Maldives became a British colony from 1887 to 1965. It got independence from Britain in 1965 and Sultanate continued for another 3 years. In 1968, the Sultanate was abolished and replaced by present name. The Maldives is well known for being the lowest country in the world. Unfortunately, this small country with idyllic natural beauty is under threat from rising sea level due to global warming. Most of the country is just 1.5 meters above sea level with the highest point of 2.5 meters. Many predictions have been made with respect of Maldives being swept away by the rising water level in the Indian Ocean. It was even seen during the tsunami of 2004 that many of the island dry parts are floated by the seawater. The government of Maldives has begun to purchase land from nearby countries for resettling its people in case the island go underwater. From this para we get information that Maldives is well known for being the lowest country in the world. Most of the country just 1.5 meter above the sea level. It is predicted that the Maldives may submerge into Indian Ocean. During the tsunami of 2004, many islands were flooded by the seawater. The government of Maldives has begun to purchase land from nearby countries for resettling its people in case the island go underwater. In order to highlight the threat of global warming of its low-lying island, the government of Maldives held a cabinet meeting underwater in 2009. That was the first over underwater cabinet meeting in the world. The meeting took place about 5 meters underwater in a blue-green lagoon on a small island. While underwater, the cabinet signed a document calling on all nations to cut their carbon emission. From this para we get information that the government of Maldives held a cabinet meeting underwater in 2009 to highlight the threat of global warming. It was the first over underwater cabinet meeting in the world. The meeting took place about 5 meters underwater. The cabinet also signed a document calling on all nations to cut their carbon emission. Now observe the video.
It had all the trappings of a formal cabinet meeting, except that the government ministers were 20 feet underwater and wearing scuba gear. The president of the Maldives Islands and 13 other officials took their seats at a table on the seafloor below the surface of a lagoon. Discussions were limited to hand signals and whiteboards. As bubbles floated up from their face masks, the cabinet signed a document calling on all countries to cut their carbon dioxide emissions. The ministers predict that if the pace of greenhouse gas emission and rising sea levels is not curbed, most of their country would disappear beneath the waves of the Indian Ocean within a century.
This is a challenging situation, and we want to see that everyone else is also occupied as much as we are, and would like to see that people actually do something about it. If Maldives cannot be saved today, we do not feel that there is much of a chance for the rest of the world.
The islands average 7 feet above sea level. The president is a certified diver, but the other ministers had to take diving lessons in recent weeks.
Learners, you have observed the underwater cabinet meeting of Maldives. Learners, we have read out the whole passage. Now fill the table with correct information. You can see the table in your text section D. It has two for time and facts. Now match your answer. Time 4th and 5th centuries. Fact: the early inhabitants of Maldives arrived and settled from southern India and Sri Lanka. 12th century, the sailors from Africa and Arab countries started to settle in the island and Buddhism was replaced by Muslim. In 1344, a famous scholar and historian named Ibn Battuta visited island of Maldives. 16th centuries, Portuguese occupied Maldives and they became the ruler of the country for 15 years. In 1878, beginning of the British colonial rule, 1965, Maldives became independent from British rule. In 1968, the end of Islamic Sultanate and the birth of the Republic of Maldives. Thank you, learners. Fair work. Learners, there is a fair work, but there is no opportunity to practice the fair work, so you can practice it by yourself. What is an atoll? An atoll is a ring-shaped coral reef or a string of closely spaced islands. When the Islam was introduced in Maldives in the mid 12th century. What makes the Maldives an ideal place for the tourist? The enjoyable weather, heavenly beaches and lagoons, luxurious holiday resorts, fish-loving people have made Maldives an ideal place for the tourist. What danger of climate change might affect the Maldives? The danger of climate change might affect Maldives in various ways. For example, this country might swept by the rising of sea level in Indian Ocean and engulf into Indian Ocean. Learners, there is a short evaluation for you. Choose the best answer from the alternative. Question 1. The people of the Maldives are known to be option 1 quarrelsome, option 2 peace loving, option 3 unfriendly, option 4 inhospitable. Right option peace loving. Question 2. The weather of Maldives is dash pleasant or enjoyable. Option. Option 1 never, hardly, 2 hardly, 3 often, option 4 almost always. Almost always. Right option. Question 3. There are dash opportunities for the tourist in Maldives. Option. Ignorable, excellent, few, insufficient. Select the best one. Excellent. Question 4. The devastating tsunami took place at the dash. Option. Option 1. The onset of the 21st century. Option 2. End of the 19th century. Option 3. Middle of the 19th century. End of the 20th century. Right option. On the onset of the 21st century. Homework. Learners, now I am giving you a short homework. Write a short description of the natural beauty of the Maldives. May God bless you all. Stay